Okay, so the most important question about this docking station that you'll have is, does it work? I've personally used so many docking stations that do not work, and I can say that this does work. It is plug and play. Just plug it into your computer, plug it in with the power adapter if you bought that option that has the power adapter, and you're good to go. Let's go over the WAVLINK 3 monitor display docking station. I'm going to go over all the different ports of this docking station and talk about my use with this docking station, my personal experience, and then go over a demo of me loading this thing up so you can see just how powerful it is. All of this to help you make an informed buying decision. Okay, so let's of course first talk about the monitors that you can connect with this docking station. This does support up to one 8K 30 Hz refresh rate screen or three 4K 144 Hz refresh rate monitors. So this docking station is for Windows and Mac. It's important to note though, with a MacBook computer, you won't be able to extend your display to all three monitors. You can mirror a monitor, meaning have the exact same screen that's on your laptop onto three different displays. We can only extend it, meaning have a different monitor that has a whole nother screen. So you having different windows in both screens. You can only have one on a Mac computer. So that is important to note with this docking station. So we can see on the back here, we do have two HDMIs and one display port. You can also get this in two display ports and one HDMI, which is a nice option. And you can also get both of those configurations with a power adapter or without a power adapter. And if you are using a Windows computer, you may need to download a driver to get an extended display for all the monitors. Okay, so then let's talk more about this side of the display port, the three monitor ports on the top here. We have your standard Ethernet port, the 𝗪𝗔𝗣𝗪 port, and supports up to 1 GB per second. Okay, and then below the last HDMI port, then we have our USB C port, and this is where you input the power cable, and this is what powers the device, giving that upstream power of 120 watts. And before we have a look at the other side of the docking station, let's just have a look at this docking station. So it is a really nice build, looks really good on your desk, and I love how it has a stand on the bottom. Most just lay flat. And this just looks a little bit more modern and is a good way to have a docking station. Personally, I prefer having a stand than having it lay on its side. Okay, on the back, we have the SD card and the micro SD card, and there are two USB-A ports. And then we have our 10 gigabytes USB C input. And we have a mic and headphone in right here. And then finally, we have the USB-C that gets connected to the computer. So what I love about this is it does provide upstream charging. It is so nice having a docking station and not have to have a laptop charger also. It's just that much better for cable management and you don't have a lot of power bricks laying around. This does provide up to 125 watts of upstream power. So the power adapter is 140 watts, but it does only pass up to 125 watts to your computer, which is plenty. I haven't had any problems charging my computer with this docking station. So what I like most about this in my experience with this docking station is it is a great all-in-one solution. I have two MacBooks. I have a MacBook Air and I also have a MacBook Pro. I like using this on my MacBook Air. This really just gives me all the ports that I need. And what's nice about this is it is wide compatibility. Again, it is for Mac and Windows. It looks good. It has a power adapter, so you can charge your laptop, and this actually works. So who is this docking station really for? Anyone who really just has a laptop, tablet, phone, this does work on that as well. And you need something that looks good, is good for cable management. Depending on how you like the look of your cables, having a stand also, cables could droop down wherever you have the cables. So some may prefer lying down look. Personally, I like the stand. And this really is good for gamers. It has the Ethernet port. It has all the connections that you would need for gaming. Content creators, video editors, designers, work from home professionals. This will absolutely get the job done. The only downside with this, I would say, is if you have a Mac computer and you wanted all three extended displays, then this isn't a docking station for you. Also, if you need many more ports, 4 USB ports, 4 USB-A ports, or you need more than one 8K display, then you'll definitely want to go with another docking station. But for the majority of people, this is absolutely going to be perfect. It's going to have everything that you need to connect. So let's go over a demo of me loading up this docking station so you can see what it looks like in use. Okay, so here is the docking station loaded up. So I have this connected to my MacBook Air. As I mentioned, I have a MacBook Pro in the back that uses this other docking station right below. which is a DisplayLink docking station. And then we have our WAVLINK 3 monitor docking station. On the back here, we have this ultra wide screen, and then this other screen, a smaller screen that's also curved on the side here. As I mentioned, with Mac computers, you can only have one extended display. So you can see that we have our own screen right here with the Finder open, and then this is the extended display. Go ahead and put the mouse over so you can see in the exact same spot as the other one. So it is mirroring the display of the extended display in these two screens. So those are connected right on the side here. And then we have the power cable right here that's connected to the adapter. And then on the front, starting from the top, we have the SD card, the micro SD card, and then a standard SD card. Then we have our camera connected, as well as a microphone and a USB C thumb drive. And then this is what connects to the computer. I'll turn this around. So there's where the camera is. And then here we have the microphone. So you can see quite a lot plugged in. The only thing that's not plugged in is the Ethernet port. So we have everything fully loaded up. And to show you that it is working, go to the screen here, go to the Finder, Samsung USB. That's the USB that's right there. And then the EOS Digital, that is the main SD card. And then the Untitled is the micro SD card. And then we'll go to phone booth. There we go. You can see that the camera is on. And if we go to the microphone, look at the front of it here, we can see that it is turned on and connected. So you can see that all of this stuff is connected. It is working, plug and play. So really easy to set up, looks good on your desk. Again, I like the look of the stand rather than the lying down and the cables in the back. It's just more visually appealing to look at. And again, the only thing I would change with a WAVLINK, it'd be nice to have more extended displays because we have those ports. So we're using all the ports except the Ethernet and the display port here. So you can see even with a computer like the MacBook Air, you can plug this in and have all these attachments and then just work right out of the box.